you're giving, both of you are giving a space where there has been a massive void in society and where people detract away from a problem and a societal norm, because suicides sadly are normal. They happen all around the world every single day, like you said, Doc, every 10 minutes. So let's stop pretending that this is a unicorn and start calling it what it is. It's normalized, it happens. Let's get people to recognize that suicide is not the answer, it's the problem, that they're beautiful just as they are, that they're never meant to die by their hands, and that they're supposed to be here until their natural end, to find a purpose in their life beyond the pain they're experiencing in the moment. And to the people that are blaming themselves and blaming others, your loved one didn't die because of you. They didn't die in spite of you. They died because of a lethal emotional pain that had nothing to do with you. Take that weight of that pain and brush it off your shoulders. That's too much weight for anyone to carry. It'll kill you. And so I think in that vein, you two are doing something that is, I'm going to say it, a true blessing to the people who you serve. And I really hope that Morning Glory and your webinars and your programs become synonymous with mental health care and suicide prevention and postvention in a multi-international way that sparks hope and healing in people who believe they can never be free from that pain of the loss. Because when you spark that emotion in people to realize that they can have a future, you're saving lineages. And that is something that is special.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you're literally speaking my language. I don't think about my own demise often, but I think, oh man, if I were to all of a sudden pass away right in this moment, no, I have to set up Morning Glory to help generations of suicide loss survivors to come, and us making this type of content that is palatable, hopefully somewhat entertaining, but also information dense, so that people can see that there is hope and that there is healing. And so we've been working really hard at creating these programs so that people can heal and get better. And also they can see and believe, and they see it in you too, that you can get better.
Right.
Yeah. And that healing is not linear. It's going to be different for every person. I just got connected to and has become, a new friend to Blake Mykowski, who created Tom's Shoes. And he had this experience where he created Tom's Shoes, exited the company, sold the company, lots of money came his way, but his soul was not happy. And he was crushed by the lack of the daily grind of building that company and the lack of people in his circle that he could turn to about his depression, and then his turn to suicidal ideation, and then his near attempt or his attempts. And he's got kids and a wife, and he found his way back through connection and brotherhood with other men who are doing similar works. And he found hope again. And so I guess my next question for you on that line of thinking is, when you see young men and young women who, whether they're entrepreneurially successful or they are just getting along in their journey of life, but they are crushed and they become suicidal. My next question is, how do you reach someone like that and let them know that tomorrow's another day and it can get better with hard work?
Well, I'll let Dr. Marlin answer the how do you get across to them and how do you reach them. But I have heard his story before, and it really touched me because I have a lot of conversations with people who have grieved, who haven't done the work, who are doing the work, who have found themselves being distracted away or purposefully not focusing in on themselves because they're so focused on work. And we live in a culture that's all about success and all about money, and not necessarily taking the time to work on our self-awareness and our self-love. So when I heard his story, I actually wasn't that surprised. Because the number one most common thing I hear people telling me who haven't grieved is that they busied themselves. Busying ourselves is a cancer in our culture, and it leads to brain pain. So I'll let you handle the next part of that.
And it's such an important thing to highlight these stories of people transforming their pain into purpose. And Kevin, you're embodying that. So again, thank you for what you're doing, because you didn't have to stand up and tell your story.
You didn't. I'm so proud of you.
And it takes a tremendous amount of courage, and you're changing the world by doing so. And so I want to point you out as a role model too, because I know you give shots and love out to a lot of people, but if you are embodying taking pain and turning it into purpose, and the same question, you are an example of what that answer is that sometimes in life, and I'll quote like Dr. Maya Angelou, she's inspires me. Like sometimes she wrote, it's necessary that you fail. It's necessary that you are crushed so that you can rise again and find out who you really are, right? And what you're capable of. Growth is not linear, as you said. Healing is not linear. There's one and the same. Life is not linear. It is made for ups and downs. So it is necessary in life that you go through adversity. But what's important is how you rebound forward.